Now, last time when we played Man City, we had chances, but we just couldn't take them. And we ended up losing the game 2-0. Now, Chelsea of lately, I'm talking in the past 5, 6 games, where we drew so many games. We have been creating chances, but we have not been taking our chances. So now, we are basically in the same predicament we were when we played City at our ground. Now, could it be possible that we are going to the Etihad tomorrow and actually get a result? Now, to me, that sounds a little bit crazy to say, but hear me out, people. I think I'm very much confident Chelsea will go there and get a result. Why? Because it's about time we start winning games. I think you saw last time the way we played. We really, really wanted to win that game. And again, we can't keep dropping points and dropping points. But then on the other hand, Man City have not been the Man City of last season. Yes, of course, with us, they managed to pick up 3 points at the beginning of the season. Well, first game of the season, which again, I would have been worried if they didn't pick up points against us in the first game of Mancherster into the Premier League with Chelsea Football Club. But this time around, I am quite confident we will go there and get a result. Now, before we start reacting into the press conference for Mancherster, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We are on our road to 1.5k. So hey man, help me to get there. It would be much more appreciated. Now, let's talk about the press conference for a little bit because there are a couple of things we need to discuss. Now, Maresca is talking about Robert Sanchez. You know how like every Chelsea fan is just sick and tired of seeing Robert Sanchez in goal? When we do actually think and believe that, Jurgensen can probably do better than Robert Sanchez, he then went to say, let me just open it up a little bit. He then went to say, Robert Sanchez is okay. It's a matter for me to understand that anything can happen. How many times has Moy missed a pass? How many times has Nico missed a goal? Many times. How many times has Noni missed a cross? Many times. Robert has made 4 mistakes. Listen, as much as I want to criticize Maresca for keep playing Robert Sanchez week in and week out, even though he still makes mistakes, let's have it right, people. Yes, I don't want him to be in goal because I still don't feel, safe and feel quite settled when Robert Sanchez is in goal. But the truth of the fact is, every player does make mistakes. We saw, Moses Caicedo in the last game against, I think it was Bournemouth. He gave a penalty away. He did a silly tackle and then gave a penalty away. We saw Nicholas Jackson. How many times do we cry about Nicholas Jackson missing, open chances? How many times? How many times have we cried about certain players in the game? Sometimes even Cole Palmer, we keep saying he's not having a good game, but we don't really, really cry for them to be out. So let's have the same energy for Robert Sanchez. Now, I know I just say that, but I shouldn't have said that. But hey, my point is, I do understand where Maresca is coming from because if we actually go and look at the highlights for this season, for Robert Sanchez specifically, there's so many times he actually saved us. And we gave him credit for the Bournemouth game. We gave him credit for the Nottingham Forest game. We also give him credit for the Bournemouth game again this season. We gave him credit for the Crystal Palace as well. We gave him credit again for even the Wolves, not the Wolves game. But my point is there are certain games or more than I would say 5, 7 games, we've actually said the keeper saved us today. So as much as I might not agree with the fact that he should still be our goalkeeper, I still think we need to try Jurgensen. But at the end of the day, Maresca is not wrong for saying that every player does make mistake and it's part of the game. We can criticize all we want, but it's just the truth. He was talking about how if there is any possibility that we can recall Leslie and Andre Santos. He said we've got enough players in the midfield to cover Moses, Enzo, and Keenan. The attention is not to go for a midfielder. Okay, if you don't want to go for a midfielder, when we have an injury prone like Romeo Lavia, and now Enzo Fernandez is also starting to get more injuries, I hear it because at the end of the day, there are certain parts of the pitch I would like to improve. Maybe the attack in terms of number 9. I would like to give Jackson more competition. Maybe our defense, I would like a center back. I know we just brought Trev Chalobah, but again, he's also someone that can go into injury crisis at some point. Well, I hope not, but he's shown in the past that he's not as consistent as other players like the Cucurella's and name ones. But hey, I hear it because we don't want to buy too many players. And for me, I expected this window to be quiet. I actually thought maybe Chelsea were going to go for Osimhen rather. Now, the other statement that he made that I might want to talk about is the wing situation, because for the past week we've been linked with Garnacho, and I've made a video talking about how I don't think Garnacho is good enough to come to Chelsea. I don't think Garnacho is good enough to even be in a conversation to for someone you want to bring to the club. But at the end of the day, I also understand that on our left hand side we do have Jadon Sancho at the moment. Obviously, Mudryk is suspended to play any games at the moment, waiting for the sample B. But even then, he's still not the quality that we need if we want to compete for top 4. So if you're saying, okay, we want to buy a left wing, because again, Tariq George is still young, not having much experience. So if you say to me, you want to have a left wing, I would say, okay, cool. I know we have many wingers, but again, Pedro and Madueke goes on the right. So we need someone to cover for Sancho who's a better quality. But again, Garnacho is not the guy. And I've said it so many times. But hey, him saying that Tariq George can cover there. I think we've also seen Felix playing there as well, even Christopher Ngongo. So I do not actually believe the Garnacho stories. But hey, we'll see what happens in the next 10 days. But I don't want Garnacho, if I'm being honest. Now, talking about the availability, which players would be available for this game. We are all worried because, yes, of course, Keenan Dewsbury Hall did well against Wolves, but he's not the player right now that I can be confident to play him alongside Moses Caicedo in our midfield, especially if we're going to play any team in the Big Six. Now, he says, I think Levi and Enzo could be available for City. Lavia, a few more weeks. Again, Lavia just keeps having these injuries. I'm not sure what injuries this is. Is it a hamstring? Is it a muscle injury? I'm not actually sure. But the fact that there's a possibility that Enzo could be available for me, that's what I want to hear, because Enzo has been one of our best players this season alongside Caicedo. So now, Levi Colwill, he can rest a little bit, because I did like the partnership between Tosin and Chalaba last match we played against Wolves. So I would like to keep on with that formation for now, or with that lineup for now. Now, my lineup for this game, I'm going to go with Cucurella on the left, Chalaba and Tosin on the central back, and then obviously Reece James on the right side. If you don't want to play Reece James in the first minutes, maybe put Malo Gusto there. I don't want to see Disasi. Now, as our double pivot, as we play 4-2-3, or if he goes to 4-2-3-1, let's just start with that one first. I'm gonna have Caicedo and Enzo if he's available. If not, obviously it's gonna be Dewsbury Hall. Now, 3, I'm gonna have Sancho, Palma, then Pedro Neto. I won't start Madueke for this game. No, I won't. And then obviously you got Nicholas Jackson up top. That's my lineup. We'll see what happens. But hey, City as well. We can talk about a couple of injuries for City. I think Doku is out, which again, I'm never scared of Doku. And then Ruben Diaz as well. So their back line is a bit shaky, if we were being real, because Kyle Walker is actually traveled to AC Milan. So last time they played Matheus Nunes as a right back, so I would like to see that. Hopefully, Kovacic won't come to hunt us, because he did have a good game against Ipswich. I think he had about 3 assists or 2 assists in a goal as well. So hey, people, my prediction, I'm actually going to go 2-1 Chelsea, or even 3-1 Chelsea. I think there's going to be some goals in this game, or 3-2 Chelsea actually. That's what I'm going to go. But I'm going to back my team to win this game, because I do think it's about time we start taking this league, or this second half of the league, very serious. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.